What we're going to do tonight, but in Romans chapter 13 and verse number 7, the Bible tells us, "Render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, and honor to whom honor." And we are here to honor our pastor tonight, who's been faithful in the very purest sense of the word. He's been faithful. And so we're going to have a testimony, and then Pastor Brown's going to come and introduce our speaker. Pastor Glass is going to speak to us for just a few moments, and then we'll have dinner. All right, we're going to eat, and then after that we have a couple other things. We have dessert, which always is good to follow dinner with that. And we have a video. It'll be down there, but we have sound on the run throughout, so everybody will be able to hear good. And then we have a couple of something we want to present tonight. And then we'll have some closing remarks. So we're looking to try to be done by 7. So don't think we're going to keep you all night. Tomorrow's Sunday. We'll just continue the festivities tomorrow. But first, we're going to have a testimony from, as most everybody affectionately calls her, Grams, Miss ELAINE Childers. I'm going to take the microphone over to her, and she's going to give a testimony tonight.
Okay. First of all, I didn't even write anything down, but it's just in my head. But I'm so thankful today to be able to be here, being one of the oldest, probably, members at Parkview. I was able to sit under 3 wonderful pastors, Pastor Downing, Pastor Hasbrook, and now Pastor Brown. I remember when Pastor Steve came and was candidated, he really didn't know how he would be accepted because he was the same age as my sons and the other young men of our church, and would they accept him. But as I reminded him, even Pastor Hasbrook was very young when he started, and it's been such a blessing. And the 3 women, their wives, have been outstanding, wonderful people. I can't imagine how they backed their husband up in prayer and been supportive, and we truly have been blessed.
All right, thank you very much. Now, what we're going to do now is make sure everybody's awake. And it's so good to have Brother J.E. Glass. They just drove up from Georgia today, and they left this morning and came up, and it was a surprise for Pastor Brown, and we were able to keep that from him. But I want Preacher to come and just a little bit about your relationship with Brother Glass, and then Brother Glass is going to come speak to us for a little bit, and then we're going to have dinner tonight.
Well, this is a great honor. I won't say much, I can't say much. I've had some great pastors. Pastor Hadbrook, my pastor, and he went home to be with the Lord. Brother J.E. Glass became my pastor when I was in Bible college. I was pastor in a little chapel in Beaverdale, Georgia, and I had resigned and decided that we were going to move back to Chattanooga to finish up college. And in all that transition time, I wasn't home one night, and Brother Glass and the church band knocked on our door soul winning out in the country. He had a little country church. And they came by and met with Pam, and I got home and she was so excited. She said, I met a preacher and he knows Dr. Don Green, and a couple other names were mentioned. I said, well, good, we'll go to his church on Sunday, and we did. And when we were in church, he said, now this young man's going to Tennessee Temple, and said something about Brother Green, and I said, yeah, Brother Green he was on my ordination, he's my pastor's pastor. And then Brother Glass said, you come up here and preach for us. I wasn't expecting that. And we became good friends, and at chapels, you could not work in another church while you were in college unless you were full-time unless you were a paid employee. That was the rule. And Brother Glass asked me to come and be their youth pastor, youth director. And I wanted to, but I said, I can't unless I'm paid. He said, well, how much I got to pay you? And I said, I don't know. He said, go in and ask. So I did, and they said, as long as you're paid. So Brother Glass got up. They paid me $10 a week to be their youth pastor. And it worked. Helped with the gas back and forth from Chattanooga up to South Cahutta, Georgia. He is a fine, fine man of God. His wife, him, how long have you been married now, Dr. Glass? 68 years. He will be 90 in July. He's still preaching on the radio. Faithful, faithful man of God. I'm so shocked. That he's here. So he became my pastor. And then I had another guy who was a pretty good preacher that pastored. His name was Lee Robertson. So I've done pretty good for pastors, but he really pastored the church, the college, and so I've done well all these years. I'm just honored to have also Brother Garvin Walls, and I adopted him a few years back in church one night when I didn't have a pastor. I said, I need a pastor to talk to and pray with, and he always calls me and prays for me, and so he agreed to be my adopted pastor. So it's good to have two preachers here tonight in that area. So we're just thrilled, we're shocked, and we're just taken back. So Dr. Walls, come on and speak to us for a little bit. J.E. Glass. Brother Glass, how many years have you been in ministry now? 64 years of preaching, faithful preaching. Let's give him a hand. He's one. Come ahead.
Thank you, Brother Brennan. I'm just choked up to see you preaching out. But I do say I appreciate you, Brother and Sister Brennan. We've been a friend, like he said, for a long time. I'm an old Southern hillbilly, and if you don't like me, you better like me tonight, because we're going to have to put me for a long time. Forever and ever. If you're going to heaven, I trust everybody's going, amen. And I'm glad to have Brother King drive up here. He rented the car. Since the first time he took me to take me to where I want to go and preach. And we'll turn to 2 Corinthians chapter 4. I do have a few things I'd like to say. I feel like that the Lord laid on my heart. He told me it might be an interpreter. Brother King, you stay close by you. But I'm too old to try to change. I'm doing the best I can. Amen. I do want to say to these young people, give your life to Jesus while you're young. I did 14 years old, I got saved. Dedicated my life to the Lord. World War II came along, I went 10,000 miles away from home. I'm glad to be here today. 75 years ago today, I was 10,000 miles from home. I'm just glad to be here, amen. I'm still a full-blooded American. I served in World War II. Just like the little flag, amen. I wish we had a president. Well, it's American.
Amen.
I'm just telling you the truth. I pray for him every morning. Amen. I don't want to go back and go to hell. It's awful, isn't it? If you're not saved, you better get saved today. We'll stop this program. Pray for you if you want to get saved anytime. Amen. Well, in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8, he said, we are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. Everybody's got any trouble these days? We are persecuted, but not despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. cast down but not destroyed. Always burned about in the body of the dying of the Lord Jesus, that the life also of Jesus might be made manifest in our body. Let's get down to verse 16. For which cause we faint not, though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Paul said, there's some reasons here that I don't think anybody here ever fainted, just passed completely out. Things, you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about natural things. See if you had before. I had urinary tract infection. It's been 2 or 3 years ago, and they rushed me to the hospital. I'm taking on, I was suffering pain, and they examined me and everything, gave me shots and all. My family's all gathered in, and they let me loose. We stopped at the Waffle House to eat breakfast. Time for lunch, we eat breakfast. And I started to pick up my cup of coffee, and my hand just fell down like that. My head fell over on that table. And I'm gone. It's a good feeling, really. I'm not responsible for nothing. You do what you want to do. I'm out. I see so many Baptists like that. Got me a message on why we don't faint. Amen. I don't reckon Brother Steve has any idea about fainting, but in case you do, I know I pastored for 40 years, and I know a little bit of what pastors go through. Praise God for all these people too, amen. This be good for you, not just for the preacher, for everybody. First of all, he knew it was by faith. He said that in verse 7. We walk by faith and not by sight. We've got to see something. People won't believe unless they see something. But he said we're walking by faith. We're saved by faith. And we walk by faith. And we die in the faith. Peter said something like that. He said in chapter 1, verse 7, the trial of your faith, being much more precious than gold that perishes, though it be tried with fire, though it might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ, whom having not seen, ye believe, ye love, whom having not seen, ye love, in whom though now you see him not, yet believing ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory. And he said we walk it by faith. He said we look not at things. Now the world don't understand this. The Bible said the carnal man couldn't understand spiritual things. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. That don't make sense to people that don't know nothing about God. But I believe the older I get, the further I go on this road, the closer heaven gets to me. Amen. Coming back from overseas, if you're not me, we're not here to honor me. But I'm just here to say what I can to honor this pastor and all these people and give you some advice. And when I was coming back from overseas, they said if you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you'll see a light. So that'll be Seattle, Washington, and home. And sure enough, every little soldier on that boat was on the top deck looking for that sight. About that song, I can almost see the lights of home. So we just keep looking. That little ship pulled in over there and seen on the wall over there said, welcome home, well done. Amen. If any of y'all beat me home, listen for Mama, she'll be shouting on the hills of glory. She's here today, she's done be shouting. Woo! People think I'm crazy these days. They scream till their goosers get sore at ball games, but they holler about Jesus saved. Scares people, that's it. One fellow said that our people are uneasy about that name of Jesus. Don't mention his name. I'll tell you, listen, you better mention his name.
Yeah.
You never get to heaven. The Bible says there's no other name given under heaven to be saved. So we walk by faith. That's the reason he had faith. And then the love of Christ constraineth us, he said in verse 14. And that love of Christ, somebody said to him, "Oh, Brother Gladys, here you are, you seem to be 100 years old and still are going." And I said, I can't, I don't want to quit. Too many lost souls out there going to hell. Everywhere you look, they're enlisting everything else but God. News is getting louder and louder, drugs is getting more popular. The wild people are, and they even want to legalize marijuana. You know that drives you crazier than what you are. Amen. But God help us today. Got that love of Christ in my heart. That's the reason I left my little sweet wife sitting on the porch, not able to control coffee. I'm not able to. I'm not in here. Amen. But I love my Christ. I love Jesus, don't you?
Amen.
The little girls got to singing, "Jesus loved me, this I know," and they kept me last week. And I guess they sang that song 5 times. People shouting, praising the Lord. Jesus does love me, and I love him because he first loved me. I love my Christ. I love my church. Got a faithful church we go to down there in Canada, Baptist Church. I love them. When I'm not preaching somewhere, I go there and put my tithes and offerings in there and give to mission work. I'm also on the internet. I don't even know what the internet is. I was preaching on it, and they said, "Right, guys, you're reaching around the world." Manager called me the other day and said, "You're reaching 120 countries." Praise God. And the little country boy didn't even finish high school and he got much sense. I like to preach. Amen.